Shalom. I want to begin first and foremost giving all praises to the Heavenly Father Yahweh and His only begotten Son Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jehovah and Jesus. I want to give all praises in the ancient Hebrew tongue while facing the east. Call halal la Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash Barakatah Yahweh Barakatah Yahweh Shai the water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Yasharala, Greatmillstone. Shalom to the 144,000. Shalom to the elect. My name is Maka'ala, and today I want to talk about Babylon's economy, all right, the economy of America. All right, Destiny USA, New York's largest mall defaults on $300 million mortgage. Carousel Center Company, the Pyramid Cause entity that owns the original portion of the Syracuse Mall, failed to obtain an extension of the loan's maturity date when the mortgage came due on June 6 last year, according to the company's latest financial statements. All right, so they couldn't pay it in time. All right, they couldn't pay it in time. They couldn't get, an extension on a grace period to pay it in time, and really that's all. That's all because these businesses see the way the malls make money. The mall owners make money is off the rent from the businesses in that mall. All right, they rent the space in that mall, and so they can run their business, and they basically pay that rent to the owner. All right, it's like the business version of renting out apartments, right? Commercial real estate, and that's the problem right here, is that these businesses in these malls are not generating enough money to pay off the mall, the mall property owner. And then the reason they're not able to generate enough money, to pay off their rents, and why so many malls, if you go to a lot of malls, man, there are a lot of vacancies. All right. All right. If you can go to any mall. There's gonna be there are gonna be available spaces there. Like if you have a business, you want to put a business, you're gonna be guaranteed to find vacancies. All right. And that's because the businesses in those malls, they're not making the money that they used to make. All right, because these people, all right, they don't have it like that anymore. All right, they're not really buying as much anymore. In fact, it says right here, people doing last minute shopping at the Destiny USA Mall in Syracuse on Christmas Eve. Right? If you think about it, for a Christmas Eve, that mall is looking kind of bare, man. All right, it's looking kind of bare. There are not that many people. All right, matter of fact, it's probably like more people up here. If you could zoom in, All right, but there just aren't that many people there, man. All right, I remember, growing up in the 90s, man, in America. All right, whenever I went to the mall, man, that shit was packed. All right, I liked going to the mall when I was a kid. All right, it would take me to my parents would take me to the mall. My grandma would take me to the mall. My aunt. All right, you knew you were gonna buy some shit and you were gonna eat something, man. They got the food courts. People just go there to buy and eat. All right, but I remember the last time I went to the mall was around 2002. Last time I went to a mall in America, and even in 2002, that shit was still packed. All right, I think it was Westland Mall, Westland Mall, and Hialeah, or was it Dadeland Mall? I don't, man. It's so many years ago, I don't even remember which one it was. Dadeland Mall or Westland Mall. But them shits was packed, man. All right, there was a lot of people back then. Even in early 2000s, man. Shit was packed. But if you go on YouTube and you look up a wall, not a wall, a mall. You look up a mall walking tour, put that in the search bar, and then YouTube mall walking tour. All right, and you put the name of a mall. All right, that shit ain't gonna have that many people in it, man. Maybe a mall in a third world country. All right, because malls in third world countries they're on the come up now. But even then, shit, man, they're starting to go down too. You got this other article here. Popular breakfast chain franchise files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. All right, the C19 pandemic devastated the economy, man. All right, Red Lobster filed for bankruptcy in May 19th, 2024. Closed 120 restaurants, but still operates about 545 locations. TGI Fridays filed for bankruptcy November 2nd, 2024. All right, the first half of 2025 has begun with a couple of popular restaurant and bar chain bankruptcies. As Addison, Texas-based gastro bar chain Bar Louie's parent BLH Topco LLC filed for Chapter 11 on March 26 to reorganize and close locations. They had as many as 130 locations. Now they only got 48. Grinders is ceasing. All right, Hooters, which features scantily clad servers, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on March 31st. Even if titties ain't enough to make people go to your restaurant, shit is getting rough, man. All right, Denny's Core. All right, they also had to close several businesses, man. They filed for bankruptcy in October 31st, 2023. All right, and IHOP also. All right, IHOP files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. March 24th, 2025 to reorganize its business. All right, and a lot of those businesses, they're trying to take their franchises overseas, but that's really not helping them too much because I see that they recently put some McDonald's nearby. They put some Burger Kings nearby. All right, and the McDonald's, sadly, that location they put by is it got some people in it, but when I walk by, a Burger King's that they just set up. When I walk by a KFC, all right, most of them tables are empty, man. So they're trying to they're trying to seek business outside of America, outside of Babylon. That shit is not working for them, man. All right, I'm gonna just end it with this. Ecclesiastes 12 verse 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, right? And the keepers of the house, that's talking about the accountants, all right, the financial planners for people that that got money. All millionaires, billionaires, like almost all of them, they got somebody who has a good track record, who's established, and then they give them their money to invest. All right, they give them their money to invest to make sure they get a good return on their money, so that money is not just sitting in a bank. All right, it's like that parable Yahweh told. The men with the talents. All right, he gave some went and did business with them. Those were keepers of the house. All right, those men were like keepers of the house. So these modern day keepers of the house, all right, these financial analysts, all right, they're all trembling because Trump is fucking up the economy, man, fucking up the stock market. And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few. All right, jobs are few, work is few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. And the doors shall be shut in the streets. All right, businesses closing. All right, businesses closing. When the sound of the grinding is low, because there's very little work. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So it's like a negative feedback loop. All right, there's businesses are closing because there's very little work. So there's very little work. So people are not making as much money. So they don't have money to spend on these businesses. So these businesses are closing. Right? It's like a circle. All right. The one thing leads to the other, that leads to the other, and the circle's right back. Right? People don't have enough money to spend. So the businesses are closing. So businesses are closing, meaning people won't have any jobs. So people won't have any jobs. And it just keeps on going and going, man. Until America is completely financially collapsed. And that's what the Lord is going to do right before he destroys her. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope the video is edifying. Shalom.